our ancestors built the most beautiful buildings in human history. If you look, whenever the Israelis want to highlight their tourism, what do they put? They don't put any synagogues. They put the Dome of the Rock. Israelis. They put a Muslim masjid as a symbol of beauty in their country. When the Hindus want to highlight coming to India, to entice people to come visit India, what do they put? The TAJ MAHAL, a Muslim building, the TAJ MAHAL. When the Spanish want to highlight people coming to Spain to visit their buildings, what do they put? The Alhambra Palace. Our civilization built the most beautiful buildings in human history. Imagine the people that built those buildings, because it was the beauty that was inside them that brought it out of them. You can't build beautiful things if you're not beautiful people. And that's why so much in today's world is ugly. When you look around, I look at those beautiful buildings downtown that the early Canadians built, and then next to them are these cancerous growths that are there. It's just amazing. So you look at that beautiful old city hall, and it's got some Gothic elements, but it's actually got some Muslim elements too. Those beautiful arches that have the light dark, that was based on the night and the day, right? لِمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَذَّكَّرَ وَأَرَادَ شُكُورًا, that Allah created night and day for people that want to remember. That's why they put them in the masjids, to remind people that life is curvilinear. We begin young and we end up dying, but it's a transition of night and day. And so you see that in England and many of their buildings where they build these arches. They took those from the Muslims. The plates that Muslims ate on are now museum pieces. Just ordinary Muslims eating. The clothes that they wore were always beautiful. They were embellished. They look at the Afghani. I'm talking about Afghani peasants who wore these beautiful embroidered clothes that were stitched by the women by hand. Why did they weren't just functional. They saw clothes as not just being functional, but as declaring something about human beings. That we're people of beauty. We love beauty. And that's why our hospitals should be beautiful. They shouldn't be Bauhausian, functionally built architectural monstrosities that are so common in the modern world. They should be beautiful buildings. I read when I graduated from nursing, they gave me a book called Notes on Nursing by Florence Nightingale. And I read that book, and if you've never read it, it's really worth reading. She was so ahead of her time. One of the places where I think she was inspired was she worked in a Turkish hospital. And she was so struck by the beauty of Muslim civilization. But she said, hospitals should always have open air. Don't close the windows. They need fresh air. She said, put flowers every day in the rooms of the patients because this will brighten up their spirits. These are taken from Muslim tradition. When Abu Bakr al-Razi wanted to build a hospital in Baghdad, do you know what he did? He took pieces of meat and he put them in different parts of the city. And the place where they actually deteriorated slowest is where he built the hospital, because he thought that the air would have been best in that place. I mean, these people were just brilliant people, truly brilliant people. But bright colors, being cheerful. I'll give you an example. You know, I had a physician, and he does cupping, which is used only in the Scandinavian countries for blood pressure. Again, something our Prophet taught and something that has been totally neglected by the allopathic community, the benefits of cupping. But it's used in allopathic medicine in the Scandinavian countries to this day. And the Chinese still use it also in their hospitals. But I went to this physician, he's a Turkish man. And when I went in, he took my pulse and I was feeling so run down. He said, MashaAllah, 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 pulse, good pulse, good pulse, Allahu Akbar. And then he got his stethoscope out, he started, MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Allahu Akbar, MashaAllah, good, heart good. Then he listens to my lungs, MashaAllah, Allahu Akbar. You know, and by the end of it, I was feeling so much better. I was just I was feeling so good, you know. And now you go to a physician, he's saying, boy, you're in bad shape, you know. By the end of it, you know, okay, just call the undertaker, you know. So You know, just being positive with your patients, you know, reminding them that things are working. You know, it's, you know, unfortunately we've got a little problem here, but overall, your health is really good. Your lungs are working great. Kidneys are working great. Liver's great. Fantastic. You know, all you've got, you know, a little bit of trouble here in your urinary tract. We can handle that, you know. Just really, just the power of making people feel better, right?